The Yorkshire Coastcast with Paddy. Loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places.
Hello and welcome to episode 47.
This is the coast.
Coming up, myself and Alice from the This Is The Coast team work our way through the delicious new menu at Kin at Rowntree Lodge and discover what could be my favourite fact ever. You just got to wait to find out. You will also be very, very impressed. Plus, on the 5th anniversary of a life-changing accident, Lucie hops up the 199 steps for charity in the worst wind and rain nature can throw at you. All that and more to come on episode 47 of the Yorkshire Coastcast, available on Spotify, on Apple, on YouTube, and always at thisisthecoast.co.uk. But we will start this episode at Kin at Rowntree Lodge on West Street in Scarborough. Now, the cafe's been open for a while for breakfast and brunch, but they've just transformed the menu and we were invited along to try some of the dishes. How could we say no? So as we waited for our food to arrive, we sat down with Jess, one of the managers at Kin, to find out about this new menu launch.
We've decided that we wanted to kind of go down a little bit of a different path with the food offering and coffee offering that we've got here. I think we've noticed in Scarborough, there's lots of new cafes, lots of people trying lots of different new ideas, so we've kind of tried to take some of the meals that are around in the bigger cities like York and London and bring that kind of like cuisine, I guess, to Scarborough. Our head chef Tommy worked as a chef on an evening, and he's trying to sort of make the way that they cook the food more based around like an evening meal, but it's brunch. So fresh ingredients, cooking from scratch, and just trying to improve the offering, I guess.
Well, it was very nice before, but what are the customers saying about this new menu and this new feel?
I think we've got overwhelmingly quite a lot of positive feedback about it. I think a lot of our regulars that have come in and sort of said, oh, where's the bacon sandwich, or where's this? And we're just giving them the alternatives and saying there are some other things on the menu that are just as good as the sandwich that people would come in for. And when people are trying those new meals, they seem to be really enjoying them.
What are your favourites then, your personal favourites, your recommendations then?
I absolutely love the Turkish eggs. They are really light, but they feel quite healthy. And I love there's a lot of really nice vegan and vegetarian alternatives as well on the menu. So there's scrambled tofu I love, which is not something I'd normally pick, but it's really tasty. I know that a really popular one has been the Royale, which it's almost like a small full English in a croissant with like a mushroom tomato sauce, and that is really popular.
And we're on West Street, on the South Cliff in Scarborough, and it always feels quite busy as well. So even though it's sort of off the beaten track, obviously people know about it and people are coming back, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really helpful. We've got good parking here, and it's just a stone's throw away from the Italian Gardens and the Esplanade, so it's really handy for dog walkers or people that are looking to maybe go for a little walk after they've had their lunch. I think with the disc, you've got 3 hours of free parking, which we feel really lucky about, because I know a lot of cafes don't have the privilege of having easy accessible parking.
Well, it's only a 2-minute walk for me, and it's completely free there. I'm out of the disc zone, so nice and handy. You know, for those that haven't been inside, it's very nice in here, isn't it?
Yeah, we've gone down quite an eclectic sort of theme for the interiors. So myself and Claire were on Four in a Bed a number of years ago, and we kind of got this all ready for Four in a Bed, and we decided we would have a mix of sort of classic and then more contemporary artwork and sort of interior design in here, which I think we've done quite well. We've got local artists up on the walls.
It's really nice, yeah. And actually, when you come in, you can sit to the right or the left. So there's 2 rooms, isn't there, to choose from?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I've just put that.
No, that's all right. That's all right. We'll come to that in a bit. There's 2 rooms, and I'd say one is sort of busier side, and one is the more quiet and easygoing side. So you've got a choice of where to sit. We've had some food delivered, which is amazing. I mean, it looks incredible. Alice is here from This Is The Coast. How nice does that look? You're a bit of a foodie, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. This is my idea of a perfect Monday morning. It all looks absolutely delicious.
Why did you come again to this interview as
to do some interviewing, or was it just to do some tasting?
Purely moral support for you, just to make sure you were okay.
So, yeah, what have we got here then? It looks, I don't know where to start.
So this is the Royale, which is the sort of small English breakfast in a croissant with the mushroom tomato sauce. This is a particular favourite. It's absolutely amazing, this one. This one is the Turkish egg, so you've got your poached eggs and your yoghurt and chorizo with your sourdough toast. And then this one is the breakfast bravas, which it's like a twist on patatas bravas. So you've got your poached eggs, your roast potatoes with some sauces, and then your sourdough. And this one is an amazing avocado alternative. So it's like pea and courgette puree with feta, sun-dried tomatoes on sourdough with poached eggs. This one's really nice. I like this one a lot.
Do you feel like we're something on this morning, where we're just talking through what's on and then we're going to try it live? This looks amazing. I don't actually know where to start, but we've got the cutlery here as well, so we're going to enjoy this, and I'll let you know what we think very soon too.
The Yorkshire Coastcast, loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places. This is the coast.
And you're listening to episode 47 of the Yorkshire Coastcast with me, Paddy, brought to you by the team at This Is The Coast, the local commercial radio station for the Yorkshire Coast, which you can listen to all over the region, actually, on DAB digital radio, also online anywhere in the world at thisisthecoast.co.uk. Get your smart speaker to launch This Is The Coast. Just say that to your smart speaker, and you can download our free app as well from the App Store, and you can download our app onto your Roku TV as well if you've got a Roku TV stick. Right, back to Kin at Roundtree Lodge. So we had 4 dishes in total for 2 of us, myself and Alice from This Is The Coast. And here's what we thought of the amazing new menu. Spoiler alert, we loved it. Well, Alice and myself have tried a couple of the dishes. Just 2 more to go. I'm having a great time. So we started with
The breakfast royale, thank you ever so much, which was absolutely gorgeous. It's a croissant bun with sausage patty, bacon, Monterey Jack cheese and a hash brown and fried egg with a side of mushroom and tomato ketchup, which is probably the best sauce I've ever tried. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really generous portion. And then we've had the Eggs Benedict, which is a nice twist. It's not avocado, it's sort of pea puree on the sourdough with a poached egg and some tomatoes, which is really fresh and delicious. Really nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm only part way through that, actually, because I was spending so much time on the breakfast royale. I'm just trying to pace myself, because we've still got 2 more big bowls to go through, but really, really nice so far. But it's suddenly got very busy, isn't it, Alice? There's not a free table in the room, which just shows just how popular this place is. But also, a bit awkward for us, isn't it? Because people are walking past us and they see 4 plates for 2 people.
Yeah, we do look a bit greedy actually on this Monday morning, but I think it's time to try the other dishes.
It is, yeah. Let's crack into the other dishes, which are...
We've got the Turkish eggs, which look absolutely gorgeous. Typical kind of Turkish egg with a chorizo crumb, which is a bit different. I've never seen that before. They look gorgeous. And then we've got the breakfast bravas, which is a spin on the classic patata bravas with all sorts of yummy breakfasty bits on top.
Have you noticed as well, people are looking over their shoulders at our plates thinking, I'll have whatever that is.
Yeah, some serious food envy going on from everyone that's filled the restaurant.
Oh, it's making me hungry now, just remembering back to those dishes that we tried. Right, shortly we're going to hear from Andrew, who tells us an incredible fact about the history of Roundtree Lodge. One that is particularly amazing for me. More on that shortly. But here's our reaction to tasting the other 2 dishes that were on our table. We'd be rubbish at these food challenges, wouldn't we? Where you have to eat as much as you can in 30 minutes, because we've not been able to eat everything, but we did have 4 dishes for 2 of us. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very, very full. The portions are very generous, but not overly generous. There's nothing worse when you go somewhere and your plate's absolutely stacked full. It's really, really nice. Really nice food. I think my favourite, I'm torn between the breakfast bravas and the breakfast royale. They're both absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, really nice, really fresh, real tasty. And they feel quite healthy.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
They are, but they don't feel like,
No, you're right, and I'm no foodie, but when you eat food, if it's really fresh, healthy stuff, it just feels healthy once you've eaten it and swallowed it, you feel good, don't you? There's just a feeling you get from proper healthy food, and that's what we've enjoyed.
Yeah, and I think what's nice is there is kind of something for everyone. We've had a really nice mix of dishes. So the Turkish eggs, they're really nice and light, nice yoghurt and poached eggs on there with the chorizo crumb. And then there's the breakfast royale, which is the great big croissant stuffed with all sorts of breakfasty goodness. There's definitely something here for everyone. Really, really recommend. I'll be back, definitely.
Yeah. And I was saying earlier, it's not the kind of place that you walk past regularly, but for me it is. Right, just introduce yourself, please.
So my name's Andrew. I'm Claire's son who runs the cafe here. You just wanted me to mention a little bit about the history of the place.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the history. Yeah. Tell us more.
Well, I think one of the key things and one of the big attractions when we first moved in was this story around Joseph Rowntree and James Cadbury. Obviously, really notable businessmen, huge entrepreneurs in the late 19th century. But they both jointly owned this building as a holiday home back then. And I was told by the then owner, potentially, that they invented Cadbury's buttons right here. One been a chocolatier, one been into textiles, and as I say, they owned it jointly as a holiday home. So.
Literally my favourite chocolate. I have too many chocolate buttons. So to think that they might have been invented on the street that I live on.
Well, I think it's quite cool that they were here at all.
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
No, so yeah, just an interesting fact there.
Because of course Cadbury's is just a massive name, but even Rowntree's as well. And of course, this is kin at Rowntree's, isn't it? So you've kept that tradition alive. Yeah,
definitely. I think the heritage, particularly in Scarborough and particularly this area of Scarborough, is really, really important, and we don't want to be ignorant to our sort of wonderful past.
It's a lovely building, actually, isn't it? So you can feel that history, can't you? Here?
Oh, definitely. And I think we've tried to find a balance between capturing that sort of history and that sort of classical architecture, but also bringing a sort of modern twist to things as well.
Yeah. Have you found any hidden cupboards or anything like that? You never know. You might find some more history.
Oh, I don't know. I'm scared of the dark and cupboards, but I'm sure there are a few around.
What was this that you're pointing on the wall here? Tell us what that actually...
These are the sort of old deeds and schedules, and you can see here from the 9th of June 1892 was a transfer of mortgage for Rowntree and Cadbury. Which, again, sort of verifies what I'm saying there.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. What a piece of history that is. Brilliant. We've been really enjoying the new menu as well. So you must be really proud of what you've created here.
We're really excited about it. We're on a sort of a big push for continuous improvement. So we're not resting on our laurels. What we've designed is, we're really committed to improving that as we go forward. But yeah, we're really pleased with where we're going and where we're at the moment.
And that was Andrew from Kin at Rowntree Lodge. So it's fine talking to the staff, isn't it? But there was a customer sitting on the table next to myself and Alice, and she was overhearing us doing some recording. And she says, "Do you want to hear what a real customer thinks of this place?" I said, "You know what? Yes." Here she is.
So I'm Jilly, and I've just come to Kin for my late breakfast.
Right. Have you been here before?
Yes, I have. I'm a regular, probably once a week.
So what is it you're enjoying?
This is my favourite. It's the Eggs Benedict, and they're very accommodating here. Normally it comes with ham, but because I'm vegetarian, I asked for halloumi. Yeah. So this is Eggs Benedict with halloumi, and it's the best I've ever tasted.
Which is why you come back? Which is why
I've come back.
And have you said you've tried other stuff then on the menu?
Yeah, I've had a few things on the menu, mostly the breakfast things, but I've heard that everything on the menu is excellent.
Yeah, well, we tried half of it, me and Alison. We loved it, yeah. We're too full to leave at the moment.
You're made to feel very welcome. The staff are wonderful, and it's just a lovely place to be on a misty January morning.
Exactly. So thanks to customer Jilly for having a chat with us there. So everyone's making a fuss of this new menu, aren't they? Let's speak to the chef himself, the head chef himself.
Hi, my name is Tommy Taylor. I'm the head chef here at Kin, which is at Rowntree Lodge.
How long have you been here, firstly?
I've been here about 7 months now.
Obviously, the menu has changed quite a bit recently, hasn't it? So I guess you've been putting your own mark on it. So just talk through what you've created.
Yeah, well, when I came, it was sort of the usual fare. And as a team with Andrew and Claire, we've decided to, get it a lot more. What I'd describe it as like restaurant-y, but in the day, but still hitting the brunch vibes and the breakfast vibes, but just like upping the food. That was the aim,
And so people will be coming in without necessarily seeing the menu, and then they will see the menu and think, oh wow. So what's the reaction been, the feedback that you've got from people? Because we had a fantastic meal today, trying 4 different dishes. We've loved it, but what's the reaction been?
Really good. As you see, have you seen today, like people are coming in waves, and they're taking that risk with, you know, the menu, because, you know, obviously they want to see, like, oh, I want a bacon sandwich, or I want a typical English breakfast, which we have the English breakfast on, but just the options are there now of flavour and trends, you know, coming from London and things like that. You know, we're bringing it to Scarborough, you know.
No, it's great. Me and Alice said that when we'd eaten, you feel like you've eaten something fresh and healthy. You've got that feeling inside, which you'll know what we're talking about, even if I can't quite put it into words.
Yeah, that's it. That's just... and to be honest, it's simple soup, simple food, but big flavours, fresh. Every day is cooked fresh. There's nothing bought in, and that's the ethos we want, you know.
And a mixture of locals and visitors too, I guess, yeah?
That's it, yeah. Get the locals in and keep them happy, because they're our bread and butter, and then, you know, from Easter we get rammed with the holidaymakers. So, yeah.
And it is interesting, isn't it? I mean, it was absolutely packed. There wasn't a table free for a while we're here, so that's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's always a risk, like, you know, with what we do if we're going to scare them, but as you've seen, they're coming in, so we're doing it right. Yeah, we're doing good.
And that was Tommy, the head chef there at Kin at Rowntree Lodge. So it's on West Street in Scarborough, and it is open for breakfast and brunch. And do keep an eye on their social media pages as well for when they might extend their opening hours too. But yeah, be brave, experiment with the menu, and you'll find something that you absolutely love, 100%.
The Yorkshire Coastcast, loving life in Yorkshire.
And this is episode 47 of the Yorkshire Coastcast, the podcast all about life here on the Yorkshire Coast with me, Paddy, brought to you by This Is The Coast, the local commercial radio station for the Yorkshire Coast. Now, wow. How inspired was I on Tuesday watching 24-year-old Lucie Maguire take on the iconic 199 steps in Whitby to reclaim her story, because it was 5 years to the day since she had life-changing injuries in a horror tractor accident. She had to have one leg amputated and part of her pelvis as well. She suffered a broken back, severe internal damage. In fact, she spent the best part of 2 years in hospital following the incident and has undergone years of specialist rehabilitation. So to hop up the 199 steps in what turned out to be horrendous weather, driving wind, icy rain coming in sideways, it took her about an hour or so to complete the challenge. But you know what? She did it and burst into tears as she stepped onto that final step at the top. Now, we did a live video, but the weather was so bad, water was getting in the phone, and so a couple of interviews that I did, you can't really hear them because that's how bad the weather was. There was just water everywhere. But just at the start of the challenge, I spoke to Zoe Cooper from Day One Trauma Support. They were present at the challenge, and Zoe was really, really praising Lucie's resilience in the face of the elements.
So we're here today with Lucie, one of our incredible volunteers. She is climbing the 199 steps in Whitby to raise money for Day One Trauma Support.
Now, she has really gone through it at age 19, run over by a tractor, and as a result of that, she's had to have a leg amputated and a pelvis removed as well, is that right?
Half her pelvis and her leg, yeah.
Wow, incredible. And so 5 years to the day, actually, isn't it, that this happened?
The exact day, which is why we're here battling this weather.
Yeah, and it's funny, isn't it, because people are like wandering around moaning about the weather, oh, it's wet and windy. I mean, it's awful, the weather is truly awful, and yet she's still out here doing this, and obviously it's going to be a slow process for her, but she's determined, isn't she?
She's so determined, and I think her being here in this weather just shows how determined she is and the courage that she has to make this day kind of something else, not just the anniversary of the accident, but something really memorable and something amazing that she's achieved. So we're behind her every step of the way. And
before, you know, I mean, I guess after the accident she might have wondered whether she was going to even survive, and then obviously you get that devastating news that you lose a leg at 19 years old. So then I bet during the early stages of the recovery she could never have imagined that she'd be attempting to walk up the 199 steps, because it's not for the faint-hearted, even for anyone.
No, not at all. And Lucie has come so far in her recovery journey, and we're just so grateful that we could be alongside her with her and support her family, and that's what sort of she's raising money for support today to help more people like her that need support after life-changing injuries.
I'll let you carry on watching and supporting her, but just finally, just a bit about the charity for those that don't know.
So Day One Trauma Support is here to support anyone affected by serious and life-changing injuries. We receive no NHS or government funding, so we rely on amazing people like Lucie to kind of raise that money and support so we can continue providing that service for people and their loved ones.
Great. Well, she's making steady progress now. She stopped a couple of times already, but if we're not careful, she'll beat us to it, won't she? She is. So thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, if you do get a chance to have a look at the Facebook Live that we took on Tuesday to see her incredible and very inspiring hop to the top of the 199 steps. It really was extremely inspiring. And after an hour, I was absolutely drenched to the skin. Had to drive over to Greater Manchester to do commentary of Radcliffe against Scarborough Athletic on This Is the Coast Extra that night. And I remained so wet that I ended up popping into a charity shop in the northwest of England to buy a new pair of jeans just so that I had something a little drier to take me into the evening. But that, of course, was nothing. Really, nothing compared to what Lucie has gone through and to actually tackle that on the 5th anniversary of such a horrific accident and to smash it. Absolutely inspiring, absolutely blown away. And you will feel that if you see any of that live video from our Facebook page, which is still there on the This Is the Coast Facebook page.
The Yorkshire Coastcast, loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places. This is the Coast.
And this is episode 47 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast, available on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and always at thisisthecoast.co.uk/podcasts. Now we'll wrap things up on the Yorkshire Coastcast with some of the latest news from the This Is the Coast news team. And could a tourism tax be coming to the Yorkshire coast? Well, local leaders in Scarborough are sounding a note of caution following government proposals that could see a new levy placed on overnight stays. A consultation process is currently underway, allowing businesses, communities and interested parties to submit input on how the fee should operate before the closing day of the 18th of February. Mayor Thomas Murray from Scarborough Town Council echoed these sentiments, noting the vital importance of the visitor economy to the town's identity. He expressed fears that the levy might have unwanted effects on a sector that is already struggling in the current economic climate. Councillor Sarah Mason provided a detailed assessment of the risks.
A visitor levy could be of value if the money raised in Scarborough was guaranteed to be spent in Scarborough. That guarantee simply does not exist today. Without legal ring-fencing and local control, we risk raising money here only to see it spent elsewhere. Our accommodation providers are already under intense pressure. Higher national insurance, rising business rates and escalating operating costs. Adding yet another charge risks undermining a sector that is fundamental to our local economy. It also increases the cost of a holiday for visitors at a time when many families are already struggling.
More on that on our website at thisisthecoast.co.uk, and an ambitious campaign to bring HM Bark Endeavour back to Whitby for 2028 commemorations has been gaining momentum. Claire Stones, chairman of the Captain Cook Memorial Museum in Whitby, recently updated the Town Council on the progress of this ambitious campaign to see the vessel return for the Cook 300 celebrations in 2028. Now, while a formal deal is yet to be finalised, Claire Stones revealed that a delegation from the National Maritime Museum of Australia, where the ship is currently berthed, that's in Darling Harbour in Sydney, they are scheduled to visit Whitby in March. This follow-up visit comes after an initial delegation travelled to Whitby last summer to begin discussions. Here is Claire providing an update on the current status of these negotiations.
There is a strong possibility that the Endeavour replica will be returning to Whitby in 2028. Now, it's not fully confirmed, but the Sea Museum sent a delegation over in the summer to come to Whitby to talk to us. I've been in lots of conversations with them in Sydney. They have set up a committee to talk about bringing the Endeavour back, and the director of the museum and some of the other associates are coming over to Whitby in March. They're re-rigging the ship, it's having a new mast, it's having new sails, it's had an up-to-date motor put on it. They are preparing for a long journey.
And what a long journey it is as well from Sydney to Whitby. But it's not a journey that the Endeavour replica hasn't done a couple of times previously. What an amazing event that would be if you were there when it first came in back in the 1990s. I mean, I remember my dad drove us all up to Whitby from Scarborough. We couldn't get anywhere near Whitby. We had to sort of dump the car on a grass verge near Horsker and walk all the way along just to get a vantage point. It was absolutely incredible, and I'm sure it would be the same again if we were to get the Endeavour back. And quite a fitting tribute, really, to Captain Cook on the 300th anniversary of his birth. Well, we've got more on that and other stories, like I say, at thisisthecoast.co.uk. But that is it for episode 47 of the Yorkshire Coastcast.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. The people, the places.
And don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts from, and then you'll get notified every time we release a new episode. Thanks for listening.
The Yorkshire Coastcast.
Loving